Hello there, my Aries, and thank you all so much for joining me yet again for your March 2019 love reading. This is for my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You can also go ahead and apply it to your Venus or anywhere else in your natal chart where you have Aries. I do ask that if this does resonate, you go ahead and click on an extended version of your reading. That link can be located in the description box below, as well as the comment section below. It can also be located through my website, along with contacting me for a private reading, and that's through Divination.com, okay? So my Aries, before we get into your first guided message, I do want to go ahead and point out your synchronicities, also known as your angel numbers. You do have 1010 as well as 88 coming across. I do advise you to always do your own research to find out exactly what these numbers mean for you, okay? So my Aries, let's go ahead and get into your first guided message. I'm getting the energy that somebody regrets something. Also, somebody feels guilty about a decision that they may have made. And I feel like somebody in the situation in your energy is also going through some sort of a spiritual awakening. So your first guided message is heart-to-heart conversations. You have this coupled with renewal, the Star, the King of Diamonds, the Three of Cups, and I did pull clarifiers this month for all the signs. So your first clarifier is the 10 of Diamonds. And I feel like this 10 of Diamonds speaks a lot to the energy that we are feeling now going into March, heading into April. If you don't know, I do believe that the actual new year begins with the start of the zodiac wheel, which means that the new year actually starts at the end of March, beginning of April, Aries season. Also, if you are religious, because I do have a lot of religious people who follow me or people who just research a lot of religions like I do myself, the Creator does say in the beginning of the Bible, let there be light. And I think that speaks a lot to the beginning of Aries season. I do believe that the light is a reference to fire. And if you look into it, the first fire sign of the zodiac wheel is you guys, Aries, okay? So, I feel like that speaks a lot to the energy that we are feeling here in March. Although we are in Pisces season, the end of March is the beginning of Aries season. I do feel like there's been some sort of transfer of power. I feel like the tables have definitely turned. Aries, you guys are the initiators of this energy. You guys are the headway, okay? You guys lead the way for the rest of the pack. So I feel like that's speaking to the energy that you're experiencing in your life as well. I feel like the tables have definitely turned in a situation between yourself and another romantic partner. And I feel like with heart-to-heart conversations coming in here, coupled with renewal, as well as the Star card, somebody feels guilty or has a lot of regrets over a decision that they may have made in the past. And I feel like this individual wants to come forward and get something off of their chest, okay? This is somebody who's contemplating on reaching out to you, or they may have already done so. This person wants to let bygones be bygones. With the Star card, I feel like they really want to clear away old baggage and clear the way for something new to come in. However, I feel like they're in for quite a rude awakening with the renewal card, because I feel like a lot of you guys have been evolving spiritually. You've been becoming more like financially disciplined as well. You've really been getting your shit together. And with the renewal card, I feel like your guides are also advising you to look towards the past before making a decision here in the present for your future, okay? The past is prone to repeat itself, especially with the Star card being number 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. I feel like this person's coming back in to almost continue some sort of like a karmic cycle, or to gain some sort of closure, or I feel like they can also be coming in to like complete what they feel like is incomplete business. But I feel like a lot of you guys have really buckled down and learned a lot of soul lessons. That way you won't have to go back and continuously repeat these patterns with this person or anyone else. I feel like this person may have taken you through a lot. I feel like you and this person were on and off. You went through a lot of emotional roller coasters, like ups and downs with this individual as well. I feel like through this process, you guys have really figured out who you are, what you want out of life, and most importantly as well, what you will no longer accept in your life. I feel like you're also understanding your life purpose and what you really want and where you want to head towards the future and who's going with you. I feel like you're also working on releasing a lot of judgment from yourself that may have been placed on you by other people, especially this individual. I feel like this person could have possibly been older with the King of Diamonds. However, whenever I say older, you guys, it doesn't necessarily mean a physical age difference. It can also be mentally they were more mature, or they appeared to be. Emotionally, they may have come off as more emotionally stable. They could have even been more experienced when it comes to relationships, or they may be more financially stable than you were at the time. And I feel like that's the case for a lot of you guys. This is somebody who holds a lot of power, somebody who appears to be very mature, like really well put together. This is somebody who could have possibly come from like a law background or a military background, or they could have also been like a boss, like an entrepreneur, CEO, manager, supervisor, things of that nature. Okay. I feel like this person definitely used their power, their knowledge, their money, as almost like a crutch. They may have even held this over your head in some way. For those of you guys who weren't involved in a third party situation, although I feel like for the majority of you guys, they did have you in a third party situation. But let's just say for some of you guys, it wasn't an actual third party situation. I feel like this person still made you feel less than. And I feel like with their power, they may have made you feel like you were never good enough, like you couldn't live up to their standards, or like you were easily replaceable. Okay. However, like I stated at the beginning of the reading, I feel like this person thought that the grass was greener on the other side. However, when that 10 of diamonds came in, something shifted, something happened where they realized quickly that what you offered may have not been financial. It may have not been materialistic. It was more so emotions. I feel like you really catered to this person. You really loved this individual. I feel like you felt like you can really trust this person. And I feel like this person made you a lot of empty promises. And now that you're moving on, you're figuring out who you truly are. You're releasing past judgment that this person placed on you with making you feel like you're not good enough, or you couldn't ever live up to their standards. They're now seeing that you're focused on yourself. You're determined not to repeat the past anymore. And you're out enjoying yourself. You're enjoying the fruits of your labor. However, this person feels like they made you in some way, Aries. This is somebody who feels like they don't want to see you enjoying the fruits of your labor with anybody else. So I feel like a lot of their regrets has to do with not only the grass not being greener on the other side, but they kind of don't want to see you shining without them either. Okay. So they may not be doing as well as you are, or even if they are still financially doing really well, I feel like the reason why they want to come together with you again is because, again, I feel like they may have aided in some way in your success. And now that you're moving on without them and you're doing so well without them, they feel like they refuse to see you or anybody else enjoying what they feel like they may have created, if that makes sense. Okay. So you may have been dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, another Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo, an Aquarius. However, it can be any other sign. Moving on to the center of your reading, which is the heart of the matter. You guys have true love. You have this coupled with the Princess of Spring, Death, the 10 of Hearts, the 10 of Swords, and for your clarifier, I have the Queen of Clubs. Okay. So there's definitely still an attraction between you two. Again, I'm getting an older energy. Remember what I stated about that. It doesn't have to be a physical age difference. And it can also be vice versa. You may be the one who's older. Okay. But I feel like there's definitely a flirtatious like energy around you guys. You guys are very much so still attracted to this individual, or vice versa. They have a way of like connecting with you or getting in your head. This person is drama filled. Okay. This person's very secretive in the way that they move. I feel like they could be very malicious at times as well. But I feel like this person's flirting with you very hard. I feel like this person may also be showing up at places where they know that you visit frequently. Like if you go to a certain bar or a certain club, I feel like this person will show up there to try to get back in your good graces or your energy. I feel like they definitely are putting themselves out there because they want this 10 of Hearts. They want this new beginning. I feel like this person realizes after some time apart that you are a romance of a lifetime. You are a rare person to come across. Like they can't find what they found in you and anybody else. Okay. However, I feel like you guys no longer feel that way with the death card coming in here. You guys are coming to this place where you're awakening to more possibilities, not just in relationships, but in life in general. I feel like with the Princess of Spring, you guys are going after your dreams. You're no longer operating from like this space of lack where you were once so caught up in your head and caught up in your emotions, because I feel like that's where this person kept you. I feel like you guys are kind of like exploring more options at this time. You're seeing that there's more out there for you, and you're expanding your horizon, especially for those of you guys who are becoming entrepreneurs, who are starting your own business, or who are working their way up in the company. I feel like you guys are allowing your creativity to take flight right now. You're really being moved by your authentic self, your raw talents and abilities. For those of you guys who may have let this person back in your life, whoever out there did decide to take this person's call or give this person another chance, especially if you ran into them at some sort of a social gathering, they started flirting with you again and they got in your head. I feel like this brand new start, this reconciliation may have been short-lived. I feel like you may have felt another betrayal from this person with the Ten of Swords. I feel like it was short-lived. I feel like this person quickly showed you that their reasoning for coming back into your life, their intentions weren't really that pure. I feel like this person, remember with that renewal card, hasn't changed. And that's why your guides were advising you to like really truly look at the past, what happened in the past, because it's bound to repeat itself with this individual. And I feel like for those of you guys who did think about opening your heart to this person again, you've seen that they didn't change. And I feel like it was just like another sword in the back to add to all the rest. Okay. So that could have also been the straw that broke the camel's back and made you realize that, you know what you once thought was a true love, and you thought you can build this foundation and have another opportunity for a new beginning with this person, it's now coming to an end. It's like a death of a dream, death of a future, or what you really wanted with this person or thought you guys could have. So you may have been dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. However, it could be any other sign. Next, you guys have codependency. You have this coupled with the King of Spring, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Clubs coming through for the second time, different deck, the Eight of Pentacles, and for the clarifier, you have the Seven of Diamonds. Okay. So with codependencies coupled with the Knight of Pentacles and even the Eight of Pentacles, you guys are very much so determined. You're very driven. You're very focused right now. I feel like you're becoming more disciplined when it comes to going after what exactly you want in this lifetime. A lot of you guys are just keeping your eye on the prize. You're no longer looking back, and you're overcoming these codependencies. When I see this, I also feel like this isn't just an addiction to like drinking, smoking, partying. I feel like this is an addiction to relationships as well. I feel like a lot of you guys are realizing certain patterns that you may have repeated over the last few, whether it was weeks, months, years, an addiction to love. I feel like some of you guys may have felt like you had to be in a relationship, or you had this fear of being alone, like you couldn't accomplish all of your goals and your dreams without a partner. And that kind of plays hand in hand with what I've been saying for like over a year now. On this platform. I've been saying it probably for like 10, 15 years off of this platform. But it goes back to what I say about the whole Disney perception that we have on relationships. We think that we have to meet, our soulmate or the one in order to go out and explore and build and have the life that we want. But in actuality, it's all about figuring out what your soul mission is, your soul purpose is in this lifetime, and going out and exploring that on your own, really getting comfortable with yourself. And then once you're really focused on that and involved with that, that's usually when the one or a soulmate comes in, and you guys can help build together, because you guys are both completely secure and solid with being by yourselves and doing your own thing, and you've already explored and built yourself up, and you know who you are and what you want and where you're going, But I do feel like that is the energy that I'm getting. A lot of you guys may have felt that you needed this individual, or if it wasn't this person, it was somebody else with a different name, different face, but same energy, same soul lessons. You may have thought that you needed them as well to be all that you can be, but that's just not the case. I see a lot of you guys working extremely hard, being more self-disciplined, being more driven, not letting anything come in between you and what you want to accomplish this time, especially for those of you guys who have had to start all over. I feel like you really will overcome these vices, these addictions, these codependencies, and these negative patterns and behaviors. Some of you guys may even be returning to school or learning some sort of a new talent or skill, or brushing up on an old one. With the King of Spring, I feel like you guys are the innovators. I feel like you guys are feeling inspired at this time. This person could have even served as a catalyst to light a fire underneath some of you guys' asses to get you like really going or like fired up. I feel like this will result in a windfall of money for a lot of you guys. I feel like you will have some sort of and I said this earlier, you will have a new position, whether it be like a leader. You may be like receiving like, what is it called? A promotion, or you may even become your own boss, an entrepreneur. But you will have unexpected support from people around you, new people coming in as well. You're really going after your dreams. I feel like this will help you find the true meaning to your life. A lot of you guys will be seeing more synchronicities. You already had a few coming through in your reading already. I feel like you're just going to take a chance on yourself. However, this individual, I feel like they're not giving up. This person still wants to communicate with you. I feel like they're very hard-headed, very determined when they set their eyes on somebody. They may also be trying to shower you with nice things or gifts, or try to invite you out to certain places with them. This person is very confident that they can ultimately win you back. However, this can also take a turn for the worse, Aries, and I'm going to get into that when we get into extended, because I feel like if you were to reject this person time and time again, I feel like this is somebody who has a very hard time with taking no for an answer. Again, I feel like this person throws money at situations, and they use mental games as well to get what they want. And I feel like they can also be quick to anger, like they have a jealousy or a temper problem when they don't get what they want, okay? So let's see. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. However, it could be any other sign. And I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I just wanted to thank you all once more for your patience and for your love and your support. Again, Aries, you guys are always like one of my favorite reads, because you guys are so amazing, so awesome. But I love you all. I will be back with some new, I don't want to say new information, but some new projects that I've been working on for quite some time now. Make sure you guys are checking the community tab, and that you guys are subscribed here on YouTube, and that you're also following me over on Instagram. That information is also in the about section here on YouTube, as well as the community tab. Okay. I love you all. Thank you so much for your love and support. Until next time.